I mean, he was a standout, and you know, the guy like Izzy, when he gets the ball in his hands, you sit on the edge of your seat because you know something's going to happen. But fantastic to see him be acknowledged as the first Wallaby in history to score 3 doubles in 3 consecutive games. And I think out of the last 7 games that he's played, Waratahs Wallabies, he's scored 5 doubles. So you'd be happy with his form.
Yeah, mate, he's in a good headspace as well, you know what I mean? I think he's really happy with what's going on with his footy and in his life, and he's showing it on the field, you know what I mean? And I think he's picking himself up more when things don't go right for him. He's getting back on the horse straight away. He's got more voice out there. He's getting more of these cross kicks, and, you know, I think he's been an invaluable asset to us over the series so far.
It's been great to watch.
Yeah.
Check, my star performer is Carmichael Hunt. Izzy was good. Carmichael, I think, was also very, very good. One of the things I've been chatting about for a while, the game's gone everywhere else in the world except in Australia to a Big 12, smaller 13. We've seen it in, you know, whether it's Ma Nono for the All Blacks, now it's Sonny Bill Williams, and every team, Big 12. We've finally got a bloke, probably, in Carmichael, who's got enough of the big stuff but can also distribute. Would that be fair, and is he a long-term option there for us?
I wouldn't say he's the biggest bloke of all, but he's got a big ticker, you know what I mean? He's got a big heart. You saw him in the second test. He got knocked out, got up, tackled 3 more blokes, and then Doctor was in the play half the time. But, mate, I'll tell you, the interesting thing about Carmichael is this. At the start of the first test week, he was playing at fullback in the second team.
Yeah.
And by Wednesday, he'd been promoted to inside centre in the first
Look
team.
at this ball, Chet.
Just by the way. Yeah, he's got football sense.
Left to right, 15 metres, finds Izzy through the gap, right?
And even hearing some comments of him in the defensive line telling blokes to hold and not to jam in. Like, we need more talk.
Clearly, So where does that leave Kirtley? I mean, you know, you would never promise a bloke a jersey. I don't imagine you ever did that to help bring Kirtley back. But he would expect, I would guess, that he's starting in that side. So
I think he'd like the challenge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we need. We need that in more positions, mate. That's what we need in more positions. We need guys saying, I'm going to play here and I want to play there as well, and fighting for that position. And then that competition internally will make us more competitive externally.
Speaking of depth, the player I picked was Adam Coleman. I think not only for the amount of work he gets through, but late in games, he's still got a fair amount of quality about him. So line-outs have improved, his work rate's massive, and late in games he can still fly off the line and put shots on. I reckon, I've never played with him, but he'd be a guy that the players would love playing with, Adam Coleman, I imagine.
Yeah, I would like to play with him. He's got a bit of the dog about him, there's no doubt about it. He's come such a long way from a year ago, you know what I mean, when he just come into the squad. And now he's running the line out. He's showing, you know, good leadership around that for a young fella. And we lost a fair bit of voice in this camp, you know, because we let go, let's say, some senior players like Fardy, Dean Mum, Simmons. You know, Slipper wasn't there. There was a lot, and so it was a pretty quiet, a lot of new guys, and Coleman's voice was well heard within the group.
So what's the thing that you do as a coach to, if you say he's come a long way, what do you do to flick that switch in him? How do you turn him from maybe a guy who's a little bit quieter on the periphery and you turn him into that guy who's now a leader of that forward?
Oh, mate, just give him the confidence and self-belief to tell him that he's good enough to do that, you know? Like, a lot of the guys, they play on the big stage, but sometimes they don't believe they're good enough to be in that spot, and it's just about reaffirming that, and not in a fake way. And it does take a bit of time. No matter what you say, it takes time. There's always this consistent thing of, you know, I had a discussion with one player during the camp about, you know, I have to earn my stripes before, you know, I speak a little bit more. But, you know, the player that maybe was playing his spot had less caps than him when he came into the squad, you know, even though they're low caps. And that's what happens when you've got a young team with a lot of single-digit cap players. And we know that. We've done it for a reason, and we want to bring those guys on as the year goes on.